So this is my back. It's a little echoey, but this is the bathroom back of my house that never gets used, and I really just use it for hair cutting. Although, as you can tell, I haven't used it in a while. So I'm going to show you today, and what I mean by I use it for hair cutting is I've been cutting my own hair since I was a 14-year-old kid. My dad stopped cutting it, and you know, male's hair is pretty easy to cut, but I gotta do something with this rat's nest. It was a fun little experiment. You know, you get older, you start losing your hair, so I tried growing what I had. It just ain't working, right? Plus, I'm a professional, so I have to, for work, look professional. So today, we're gonna cut it, and I am going to show you how to cut your own hair as a dude. First thing, you just wanna make sure you get all your knots out. Which I think, I feel bad for women who grow their hair long. So I'll work on this, and I'll show you next step. Alright, first step you want to do is get your hair nice and damp. This just helps it cut better, right? Another really important thing is get a good quality trimmer. Don't get one of these $25, $30 cheap ones. You know, get the ones that are, you know, just look up what barbers use, and it's definitely worth the money, because if you start cutting your own hair, you'll never spend money on a haircut again. It makes up itself in like 3 haircuts. So, you know, maybe 75, 80 bucks or more, and you'll probably get yourself pretty good quality. This is a, starts with a W. I don't have my glasses on. But yeah, make sure you got that. Keep some oil on hand, because you're going to be oiling it. I have a toothbrush that, you know, you clean out, and then a pair of scissors to, you know, like get around the ears, or like what I'm going to do today is we're going to use the scissors to just start it off. And yeah, long hairs, I'm getting too old for that, I guess. Or maybe after I retire, I'll grow it out long and be one of those kind of crazy looking dudes. But while I'm still employed with a real job as a professional, I need to cut it so I look presentable, especially in management. Don't want to look like a creep or a weirdo. I'm a weirdo. I usually wear it back at work, but we'll just cut it. Alright, so I've actually cut my hair without even looking in the mirror, but what I'll do is because I'm looking in the mirror in front of me, and I have like a side mirror and a front mirror. I don't think you can see it on camera, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of cut it, you know, down to a shorter length on the sides and in the back first, before doing the top. Just kind of get a baseline there, and then we'll go from there. See, let's try to pick a cutoff spot here. We'll go right there. So we'll kind of go around and cut all that. So let's start off with, there you go. We have started. No turning back now. So what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of grabbing a handful and using my hand to kind of set the length. You know, so I'll like grab it here and then just kind of cut what's sticking up between my fingers. And I'm just going to go around my head doing that. See, I'm not even looking at the back. Now I'm just going to use my hand. This hair coming off now. Kind of do the same thing. So I just kind of work around, because what I want to do is when I get the trimmers, I want to get it short enough where the trimmers won't get hung up on it. So after I do the sides, we'll go up and do the top. So you can see, I'm not even looking. I'm just kind of feeling. Try and get that clumps of hair between my fingers. Just kind of trimming it down there. That's going to get it to about 1 inch or 2 inches. I'm just going to work all the way around and do that. Along the back. Oh, sometimes you pinch yourself if you're not paying attention. I've done that. Drew some blood. Alright, so I'm going to start with the number 5 here and just kind of... The 5 is pretty big, so it's not going to take a whole lot off. But this will kind of, like that baseline I was talking about, this will get us down to that length. We'll clean it up later with like a 3 and a 4. But now I just want to get the sides there, and then we'll go ahead and create a line. Do the same on the other side. At the same time, we'll also try and get through any knots. All right, here we go. Yay. So again, this is more just kind of cleaning it so I got a better canvas to work with. Because on the sides, we're definitely going to be down to like a 3 or a 4. So this 5 is fine. And then what we'll do is do the same thing on the back. You know, just, again, give us that baseline. So now I've actually taken it down to a 4. So we're going to kind of, I do this by feel. And to make sure I'm thorough, getting it around. And I'll tell you what, it was a lot easier when I was skinny, man. Once I got fat, it's a little bit harder to maneuver. I thought the blade slipped there for a second. But it's a lot harder to maneuver when you got some fat on you. When you're skinny, it was so much easier. So as you can see, I'm just kind of going around underneath. Put my hair up there, kind of get out of the way as I do the sides. And I'll take the scissors and kind of trim that up. But right now I'm just making sure it's all nice and even all the way around. With this number 4. The back's kind of, you have to, like mowing a lawn, you gotta make sure you got every inch. You're only going up as much as, so you don't get the upper hair too much, and you have to do that all by just kind of like feel, you know. I'm just kind of looking in, making sure it's even. Alright, so now we're going to trim out the beard. Good. You want the beard to also fade into the sideburns. My whiskers shoot off like little spikes, so I gotta close my eyes because I've had them go in my eyes, and that's very painful and annoying. But yeah, we're gonna wanna, so this is a number 2 or 1? No, number 1. So that's kind of, I forgot to close my eyes there. This will, you know, beard grows pretty fast, so if you make a mistake here, it's not a big deal, but the number 1 really gets the beard down, really gets you to a starting point, as you can see in my mouth. And then we'll get that number 2, and we'll do a number 2 going into the sideburns. And then the sideburns into the hairline will be a number 3. So you kind of get that fade. Alright, so now I got the number 3 on. So I'm going to do the bottom portion of my hair in a number 3. I'm not going to go up too far because I want to do the number 4 right above the number 3. Now I got baseline at number 4, so it should fade okay. Did the sideburns on number 2, so that should fade into the number 3. And then way at the bottom of the hair, I'll do a number 2, like in the back. Number 2. I said I'm going to do a number 2. So right now it's a number 3. As you can see, I'm like only doing the bottom portion. And then we'll go above that with number 4. Try to get a bit of a fade on the sides, and then under the number 3 at the very bottom, we'll put that number 2 guard on and do that. So now what I'll do is I'll switch out the number 3. I'll put in the 4 and kind of get this part up here with the 4. Alright, so here I got the number 4. It's taking some of the hair out of the bun, but that's fine. Oops. That was going to be a big chunk. Don't want to do that yet. Right, so it's kind of, there you go, another one. So we got that number 4. So I'm almost got the sides to where I want them. And I gotta get the back. So it's gonna go 4 at the top, 3, and then 2 at the very bottom. I haven't done the 2 yet. And then we'll let the hair out, and then we'll do the top. Alright, so far so good on the sides. Now let's take the scissors and cut around the ears. Make sure we don't have any hanging hair on the ears. Yes, I have cut my ears before doing this. Hair on the nose. Because those whiskers get in your nostrils and you're like, hey, do I have a boogie? Alright. Now we'll work on the top. Got the sides to kind of where I want them. And we'll continue to, work on it, but now let's look at this top bird's nest up here and start cutting that. Right, I look like an 80s cult of personality. All right, now we're going to start working on the top. This is going to go ahead and I'm just going to go and just cut a big clump off here, and then we'll go from there. So we're about here, and it got so much longer than I thought. There you go. Hey, cheesy. I don't know what that means. All right. All right, so we got some easy to work with now. So what I'm gonna do now, so I'm just gonna kind of knuckle it. And when I say knuckle it, I'm gonna kind of just grab some hair and go around and cut. My camera keeps going off. Gonna cut above the knuckles. Yeah, on the opposite side, because I'm right-handed. It's a little weirder, but you just gotta pay attention. Make sure you don't go uneven. So we'll just go around and work on these. So now I'm just kind of cleaning it up. I'm almost near the part where I'm almost satisfied with it. Just a little bit more. Make sure I don't have any kind of weird long ones sticking out anywhere. And we'll take a shower. And we'll dry it out. See how it looks. Yeah, you kind of, what I like to do is kind of like make it choppy on top. Gives it some kind of definition there. Let's get that a little. There you go. And let's see how it looks. Almost done. And what I want to do is go to the sides and just clean them up a little bit down the back and run the blades over it a little one more time, and it should be good. All right, we're all showered up and see what it looks like. All right, different than that big rat's nest I had on my head, huh? So I've never put product in my hair. I don't have product in it now. What you do is the way you shower and shampoo it is, you know, you want natural oils. But yeah, I think it came out okay. Definitely look a little bit cleaner than I did coming in. So hope you enjoyed the video and gave you some confidence. You too can cut your own hair. It just takes a little practice and you'll save a lot of money. And you can cut it the way you want. That's, for me, that's my favorite part about cutting my own hair, is I can cut it and style it exactly the way I have it in my head. Bye.